Welcome back, everyone. This is Dragon Sky with you again. This is the second part of our build episode for our Duna mission. I can't talk. And this is where we left off last time. So we just basically have to finish fleshing out our rocket and get it up into orbit. Hopefully that'll be this episode, but it may take until next episode. We will see. So far we have all of our science on our lander, or our science gathering equipment rather. Although we did forget a couple of things, or at least I forgot a couple of things. So we're going to take this off for a moment. And we put RCS fuel on here, but we did not put RCS thrusters, which would come in probably quite handy. So we just need to figure out where to put them. Unfortunately, I like to put them on the outside here, but our landing legs are there. So, we may have to alter this design somewhat. Let me think. We could go back to our smaller landing legs, but I kind of like these bigger ones like this. Let's see. Let's move this over to, take off our symmetry. To there. And we're going to put a ladder on this thing. Not that you really need it. You can still get away with the jetpacks on Duna. But we'll go ahead and do this here. Put a ladder. Okay. And now we need to figure out where to put our RCS. Ideally, I want it right here because of our center of mass on this thing. And we probably could, but it looks silly that it would. I don't think it would work technically how it's supposed to. I mean, in real life, rather, if you had this chute up here blocking the thrust from the RCS thruster and the landing leg here blocking the downward thrust. So that's why I'd kind of like to change this up a little bit. Let's see, we could. What if we move that chute? Is there enough space to move it here? Just barely. Okay, let's try that. Oh, hello, not that way. There we go. That was almost disastrous. Let's see. Yeah, I don't really like how that looks, but and I suppose we could leave these two off, but I'd rather not. Yeah, let's leave those off. We've got quite a few parachutes on this thing. If we have to, we can use our engines to help slow our descent too, you know. Okay. So those are moved out of our way. And we could put our RCS thrusters up high. And our reaction wheel should hold us steady. So, let's see if we did that. It'd still be kind of thrusting into the landing leg, but that's not bad, I suppose. Not horrible. Actually, I've got another idea. What if we put them on the inside? That'd be different. And nothing really would be blocking them. So we went like that. And that. Because they should blow through the girders, you know, without... I mean, not that it wouldn't work anyway, but it shouldn't mess up the thrust from the thrusters that way. Yeah, let's do that. And then we can put those back on, and we're good to go. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, now that that problem's solved, I just remembered what else I forgot. We forgot solar panels. There we go. And that should be enough solar panels. I mean, we've got 4 batteries on this thing, so we should be good there, I think. Alright, now let's hook back up our science lab / station. And we can finish that. Okay, now we need more solar panels. Oops, and I grabbed the wrong section. There we go. There, and that should give us plenty of solar power. Now, do we want to add more docking ports? Quite possibly. Although that's pretty close to that fuel line. Could add them up here like this. Just an extra spot to dock on. That'll work. Yeah, I think that'll work okay. And next we need I'd really like to put on more fuel, or at least a way to put on more fuel. Say, let's see. We might have to cover up the windows here. So I believe the girders are fuel cross feed, at least I thought they were. Apparently they are not. Oh wait, that says specifically no fuel cross feed. So does that mean the other stuff is? Interesting. Guess I really never noticed that before. Or they changed it from the last update, maybe. That could be. Okay. Well, we might go ahead and... Still thinking here, everybody. Bear with me. What if... do something along the lines of... like that. It's being kind of a pain here. Like that. That's going to be a lot more weight, but it'll also give us a lot more fuel. A lot more fuel. What the hey, let's try it. And I could probably mount them straight to the side here without these girders. That would save us some weight. Yeah, let's see about doing that. Take these off. And if we mount, see, I'm going to go a little bit down, right about, what does that look like? Not down as far as I wanted it, actually. About there. There we go. There we go. I think that'll work. Let's run some more fuel lines. From there to there. Make sure the other one connected okay. And it did. Alright, I think that'll work good. And to save us some weight, since those stick out quite a ways, I think maybe I'll take these docking ports off and put them like that. There we go. Actually, let's move them down here. Just like I said, an extra place to dock on. Never hurts. And I just realized something else I forgot. Since I don't know for sure if you can control your craft or station with the lab, I'm going to put on this sucker right here. So we need to pull that down. Like so, and like that. And get out the space duct tape. There we go, like that. That looks good. Alright, now let's go with a ladder. Right about here. So go like that. He might be able to climb, or our Kerbonaut might be able to climb down that. We'll leave it like that and see. Okay, also something else we could use is extra RCS to refuel our landing, or our lander RCS fuel tank. So, let's see. What about if it'll let me do it? And so far it's not. And it's still not. Okay, let's see. Kind of thinking out loud again here. What if we go like... Yeah, we could always go like that on top. RCS tanks with extra reaction wheels. Actually, this is going to be a pretty heavy craft. Yeah, we should be okay with that like that. Oops. Oh, I hate it when it does that. There we go. Like that. There we go. And that should give us extra control over our craft. Let's go 2 RCS thrusters there. And 2 here. Okay. That's looking not too bad. Although we did forget batteries. It's 100 charge there, or 200 for these. So, those are the small ones. I forgot about that. If we go those 2 there. That should be enough, I think. Alright. Now for our actual lift stage. Let's get out our big decoupler. Go 2 like that. And this is where our rocket is going to get simply huge. Although I forgot, and I better do this before I forget, to space duct tape the rest of our ship together. Let's see. There we are, and that should hold pretty good, I think. There we go. That's not looking too bad. Go with the skipper engines. Those are the biggest ones we have available to us. Of course, we could always, let's see, the skipper gives us 650 units of thrust. Where if we went with 2 of these, that would be, or 4 of these, that would be 800 units of thrust. So we could take those off. Put on, oh, we may not have unlocked the part I was thinking of yet. That'll look kind of strange, but We are going to need quite a bit of thrust for this thing. Yeah, that's going to look really, really odd. But let's go with it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, oops, 4. That gives us more thrust per section of engines than the skipper. And I think we're going to need that extra thrust. Because we've got a pretty heavy unit up top. And like I said, I don't think these are fuel crossfeed capable, or at least I think when I've tried it before, they haven't really worked on their own. So just to make sure it works, or that these engines get fuel, we're going to run a fuel line. Or we're going to try and run a fuel line. There we go. It basically runs fuel to this section, and that way our engines actually work. Okay, get out more space duct tape. Alright. Now let's see. Trying to decide how to get enough thrust out of this thing so we can get off the ground. This is a pretty heavy rocket. Now when we're taking off, we'll probably actually use these engines too. So we want to make sure this fuel all runs basically uphill. Like so. That way, while we're using these for takeoff, it won't deplete our fuel reserves in here. That is the theory anyway. So on our staging, which I have neglected up until this point, where are these engines? There we go. Right there. And then every other engine should be down below. Why do we have a single one? Oh, yeah, that's that single one down. Yep, the skipper. Okay. Sorry, kind of just talking to myself as we go. Alright. Oops, actually I just realized something. I need to put some kind of decoupler on here. Okay, what if... Take that off. Decoupler there. to move these to there. And then just add an extra set. Okay, that'll work. Alright, we may very well just blow up on the launch pad at this point. But hey, that's alright. It's all part of the fun. Extra duct tape. Tape that whole section together. There we go. Alright, and now to add on our extra stages without getting in the way of these. Shouldn't be too bad. We'll actually have a fair amount of thrust on this thing. So let's see, our first one right there. That's one tank. Two tanks. And oops. 3 tanks. And I think we're going to kind of duplicate this on these. So we want that extra thrust. Okay, get our duct tape again. Alright, and our fuel lines. Like so. Make sure it duplicated. Yep, I see it right in there. Alright, and more duct tape. Like so. And like so. Okay, and more fuel lines. Because these are going to fuel these. Because these are fueling this one, and these are fueling up here, and basically our fuel is still running uphill. I usually don't try something like that, so this is going to be odd or interesting to see if it works. Okay, we've got that there. Let's make sure the staging is right on that. Bring those down. Oh, that's our lander engines. I was trying to figure out where those were. Okay. Down, those, and then that one. That should work so far for our staging. Okay, and duplicate that. Duplicate, if I can talk still. Zoom out a little bit here. Okay, and boy, the fuel line almost even hooked up to the right spot. But we need it to go up to the top here. Like that. Okay, and I'm wanting to add a little bit more fuel for our lift stage. I don't know why. I feel that we might need more. Let's see. And I think this much extra will be overkill. I'm fairly sure it will be. But again, what the heck? Let's go for it. Watch this whole big thing just explode. Go there to there. Alright, so these are going to drop off first. And then these are going to drop off next. I think that will pretty much do it. Maybe just for some extra stability, let's add a little more duct tape here and there. Just for a little extra. This is a fairly giant rocket. Tons and tons of parts. Alright, resave. And that looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm definitely overkilling this fuel, I can tell. Oh well. That's alright. Well, guys, that is an episode. Next episode, we will go ahead and launch this, or attempt a launch anyway, and see how it goes. Hopefully, it will not explode immediately, just up in the air. Anyway, until next time, this is Dragon Sky. Have a good day. Oh yes, also please like, comment, etc., etc.